Hi. We are only 4 days away from our CAT 2025. So in this video, I am trying to give you a few tips for your algebra, the faster solution techniques for algebra-based questions. Few questions in algebra you can easily solve if you follow these techniques, right? In 5 rules are there. Always you have to try with those questions in algebra, those you can solve with some basics and some tricks. Technique one, substitution method. If you have some variables in the questions and you know that in the options also, you are also variables like A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z, P, Q, R, then you can easily go with the substitution method. And for substitution, the best number that we can have will be either 0 or 1 or -1. Second method, second technique, assume possible form of expressions. In case of function-based questions, this will help you, right? When you don't know the exact function, but you know that it is either quadratic or linear, then in that case, you can go for possible assumption. And in one day, you cannot develop it through some practice, through some observation regarding the questions in previous year paper. You can develop the skill, what kind of expression it should be. Next, what I initially mentioned, basics. You have to always remember the basics. Whenever you are not having any techniques, any tricks, you are nowhere how to start the problem, how to start the solution. It is always better to go with basics. Next, go with the options. In our arithmetic videos also, we have discussed whenever you have complicated equations and you know that calculations are also involved, it is always better to check with the options. And last, when you have big numbers, obviously there will have a clue or pattern for sure. What for they have given you big numbers? Just to put some pressure on you. We are happy with numbers 1, 2, 3. If the number suddenly is say 2025, then obviously there will have certain clue. And keep believe that the paper setters never solves the problem taking the whole day time or using all the pages in the city, right? Paper setter follows the basics. Paper setter have the concepts. So what they are trying to follow, they want to put you in that concept. If you can keep your head full, you can easily solve it by assuming small numbers and to find out the pattern. And to find out the pattern, my simple guideline is always try to go with 3 cases. First 2 cases may not give you the exact idea, but the third case will surely give you the confirm pattern or confirm clue, right? Now, for example, suppose you have two numbers, 1 and 3. From 1 to 3, in 2 cases, you got two numbers, 1 and 3. So from 1 to 3, there will have multiple possibilities. 1 plus 2, 3, 1 into 3. So you are not sure about that. Now, if it is 1, 3, 5, you know that it is addition of 2. If it is 1, 3, 9, it is nothing but multiplication by 3. If it is 1, 3, 6, one question was there in previous CAT papers that first term gives you number 1, second term gives you number 3, third term gives you number 6. It is very simple. 1 means first term. 3 means sum of first two terms, first two natural numbers, 1 plus 2, 3. Third term, 6. Third term, 3. It is first three natural numbers, 1, 2, 3, sum of 1, 2, 3, 6. And you will get after you will be reaching the third term. That's why I'm saying always try to go with 3 terms to get the exact clue or exact pattern. And again, the key skills are there: your observation, data pickup, and your calculation skill. Observation skill is very important, how the data are flowing. Chalo, let's start with the solution of few questions. And again, we have picked up the questions from very recent CAT papers, 2017 to 2024. Let's go with our first question. Now, intentionally, I started with one function, right? As because in function-based questions, so many of you have the fear that function is not my cup of tea. But this question was there in very recent time, I think 2024 or 2023. So very simple question of function, all the data are given. Just you have to observe what they are trying to say. Check it. Function xy is a real valued function, means it is a real one. X and y are real, such that some value is given f 3x plus 2y, comma 2x minus 5y equals to 19x. Means your function will be such so that left hand side, the equation in the left hand side will give you the right hand side. And check one thing here, in left hand side you have x and y, and in right hand side you have also x. Right? Means it will be linear form. It will be in linear form. And one more beautiful thing here is on the right hand side, you don't have y. Just look at left hand side. In first term, it is 2y. In second term, it is 5y, minus 5y. How to eliminate? Right? Just basic elimination method of your school days. 2y, if you multiply it by 5, and 5y, if you multiply by 2, it will be plus 10y minus 10y, and y will be vanished. Let's try. What I am saying, 3x plus 2y. The first one you have to multiply by 5. And the second one you have to multiply by 2. So it will give you 5 into 3, 15 plus 2 into 2, 4. Wow, 19x. 5 into 2, 10. 2 into 5, 2 into minus 5, minus 10. So we are very much lucky that the function is nothing but 5 into 3x plus 2y and 2 into 2x minus 5y. So what we can easily write down now, if 3x plus 2y, let's do this. 3x plus 2y minus, comma, 2x minus 5y is nothing but 5 into 3x plus 2y plus 2 into 2x minus 5y. Basic of function is you have to substitute that particular term in that particular place. So we have 3x plus 2y here multiplied by 5 and 2x minus 5y here multiplied by 2. So if you simplify it, it will be coming as f p comma q equals to 5p plus 2q. Now, if you put suitable value in places of p and q, you will be getting left hand side to right hand side. Now come to the solution part, question part. Sorry. What they ask for? They ask for if x comma 2x is 27. Means this p will be replaced by x and q will be replaced by 2x. So it will be coming as 5 into x, 5x, and 2 into 2x means 4x. It is coming as 9x. That value is given as 27. So x is nothing but 3. So simple calculation. The basic of function, you can substitute the respective variable by another variable or by another number. Here we have done that. So identifying the actual expression that I already mentioned in technique 2, you have to get the correct expression. And here it is directly given. You need not to think too much. Question number 2. It is very simple question of quadratic equation. It is like that: 4x square plus 4y square minus 4xy minus 6y plus 3 equals to 0. You need the value of 4x plus 5y, means you need the solution for x and y. Now check it. It is quadratic equation equals to 0 is there. In 100% questions, you will be getting these words in such questions. Real numbers. And check it, it is in quadratic form and right hand side is 0, then there is a high chance you can write down this expression in a quadratic form and total quadratic form so that you can utilize 0. Right? Otherwise, very common sense, very common experience says that quadratic equation with two variables, it cannot be solved for single equation. From a single equation with two variables and then to quadratic, it cannot be solved until or unless some special clue will be there. And the special clue here is right hand side 0, and we are dealing with real numbers. That's the biggest clue. You have to write it down in the square form. Let's try. 4x square minus 4xy. Let's write it down together. 4x square minus 4xy. Right? Now you can get it. 4x square minus 4xy plus 1. Right? Then it will be coming in the form, sorry. I am writing down wrongly. Not 1, as because y is there, so it will be y square, 1y square. Sorry. So you can write it down as 2x minus y whole square. So obviously the other part also you can write in perfect square form, and already the data will be well set in such problems. Y square we have taken, the rest of our part is 3y square minus 6y plus 3 equals to 0. From this part, if you take 3 common, it will be coming as y square minus 2y plus 1, means y minus 1 whole square. So we can easily write down 3 into y minus 1 whole square. Now, sum of two real perfect square numbers is 0. It is only possible if individually they are 0. So we get the solution for y. Y is 1, then only it will, second part will be 0. And now if y is 1, first part will be coming as 2x minus 1. It is 0. So what value we are getting, that 2x plus 1, sorry, 2x equals to 1. Now there is no need to simplify for x equal to half, as because this is a theta question. So obviously your answer will be integer. So obviously we got y is 1, not an issue. But 4x obviously should give you integer. Check it here, 2x equal to 1. So 4x is multiple of 2x. So integral value will be there. So again, I am saying all data are well set. You have to reach up to this point only. So what you can say 4x, 2x is 1. So 4x will be 2 and y is 1. So 5y will be 5. So 2 plus 5, it will be 7. That's your answer. Simple calculation, observation and basics. Sum of real perfect square numbers will be 0. It is only possible if they are individually 0. Again, question from very recent CAT paper. Next. Now, a question of linear equation. Very simple question of linear equation, right? Of multiple variables. Let's assume that we have rupees 100 checks X number, rupees 250 checks Y number, and rupees 500 checks Z number. So what data they are having, that donation box had total 100 checks. So X number 100, rupees 100, Y number rupees 250, and Z number rupees 500. Total we have 100 checks. First equation. Second equation, total money collected 15,250. Let it be like this. 100x, rupees 250 check Y numbers, 250Y, and rupees 500 check Z numbers. It is. Now we can simplify it little bit. You can divide it by 50. Throughout, you can divide it by 50. So it will be coming as 2x plus 5y plus 10, sorry. I have wrong, sorry. It is 15 to 50 total money. So if you divide it by 50, it will be coming as 50 into 6, 150 to I am wrong. 50 into 6 is 300. It is 305. So 2x plus 5y plus 10z equals to 305. Now you need number of checks of 500, means you have to calculate the value of z. So you cannot eliminate z, you have to go with y and z. You have to eliminate either x or y. Either you have to go with y plus z, y and z, and x or z. So my simple suggestion is it is always better to eliminate x, right? As because just have a look, just have a look. Okay, better go with substitution, right? Don't go for value putting things, just better to go with substitution. We have to keep z, so either x will be substituted or y will be substituted. So let's go with x. So x is coming as 100 minus y minus z. So equation will be coming as 200 minus 2y minus 2z equals to 305. I have missed this part. This plus 5y plus 10z equals to 305. I am in a hurry, that's why I'm missing something. So sorry for that. Okay, now it is coming at 5y minus 2y, it is 3y, 10z minus 2z, it is 8z, and 305 minus 200, it is 105. Right. Single equation with two variables, linear equation. We have solved this kind of problems in our linear equation classes. We have to find out maximum possible number of checks of 500. Right. Right. Now, what we can say, 3y plus 8z, let's go for solution y and z. Linear equation solving, the very simple logic here, you cannot make y 0 to maximize z, as because 105 is not multiple of 8. So better call is go with the two things you can follow. First one is either go for suitable value of y so that it will give you 105 in this equation, and you can maximize the value of z. Very simple logic here. Check. What idea we are getting? 105 is odd. 3y, 8z will be always even. So if it is always even and it is always odd, so 3y has to be odd. So minimum value of y should be 1. If it is satisfying, okay. Otherwise, the next value will be 3. Check. If y is 1, it is coming as 102. 102, I think it is not divisible by 8. So it is done. 3. Now, 3 3s are 9. 105 9 minus 9 is 96. 96 is multiple of 8. That value is 12. Now, if we go further, this will be increased and this will be decreased. Value of y will be increased, value of z will be decreased. So we have to maximize the value of z, and this will be the maximum value here. Simple linear equation solving, simple substitution method. Next problem. Go through the solution time and again you will be getting the idea. Now the next one. Minimum possible value of the expression. X square minus 6x plus 10 by 3 minus x. You need minimum value of that. And they are saying that x is less than 3. So x is less than 3 means, sorry, x is less than 3 means 3 minus x will be greater than 0. Okay. Now the question is minimum possible value we get here. But 3 minus x is positive. Okay. Now try to get it. Can we write down the numerator in term of 3 minus x? Let's try. Quadratic form is there in the numerator, so obviously you will be getting some quadratic equation. Go for direct squaring of 3 minus x. What you are getting? You are getting 9 plus, sorry, 9 minus 3 minus x. 9 minus 6x plus x square. Wow. 9 minus 6x plus x square. Maximum part of the numerator had been covered up, and only one part is left is 1. So it is coming as 3 minus x. Now what we are getting here, the first part is 3 minus x whole square. Second part is 1. If you divide 8 by 3 minus x, it will be getting this 3 minus x plus 1 minus 3 minus x. 3 minus x is positive. In algebra class, we have discussed this kind of things. But if a is positive, then a plus 1 by a will be greater than equal to 2. So minimum value will be 2. So here also our minimum value will be 2, as because it is in the form of a by 1 by a, and a is positive, that is given here. Again, I am saying this thing, all the data are well set. You have to keep your thinking process calm and cool and go with the very basic things on algebra, you will be able to solve it. Next. The arithmetic progression. Okay, this is a question of arithmetic progression. What we are getting here, let's check. The average of all 3-digit terms in AP, 3-digit terms. So first term is 38, second term 55, means common difference is 17. So you have to first find out first 3-digit term. So first 3-digit term will be nothing like that. 38 plus 17 into n. N is natural number. You will be getting the first 3-digit term. So let's go with multiple of 17, which is very close to 100. It is 85. So if you put n equal to 5, you will get the value 38 plus 17 into 5. It is coming as 38 plus 85. It is coming as 123. So 123 is the first 3-digit number under this condition. What will be the last 3-digit number? The series will be going with this. In this way, 123 plus 17 plus 17. So it should be less than equal to 999. So let's do something. We take out 38 from it. As because we have to add 38 at the end. So 999 minus 38. It is coming as 961. We divide it by 17. So it is coming as 85. 111. 17, 6, 102. 6, 7, 2, 202. So we are getting that we can add 17 56 times, means 123 plus 17 into 56. 123 plus 17 into 56 will be the term. Right? Or if you don't want to go with the term, you can easily go with this. When we can add 56 times 17, so we are having 57 numbers. Number of term here will be 57. Starting with 123, there will have 57 terms. So their sum will be coming as sum of AP 57 by 2. 2 into, it's better to calculate this, that will be easier to find out the last one. So 123 plus 57 into 17. Sorry, 56 into 17. 56 into 17. 17, how much we are extra here? We are having 9 extra here. So that number will be 952. So 952 plus 123 will be the term. So what we are getting here, 123 originally one is there, and another part we are getting 952 plus 123. So it will be giving you 57 by 2, 123 plus 952. Let's calculate it. What you are getting here, that 123 plus 123 plus 952, 1198 into 57 divided by 2. We need not to multiply by that. We need the average, right? So let's go with that. 123 plus 123 plus 952. It is coming as 57 by 2 into 1198. Now you need the average. Average means you have to divide the sum by the number of terms. So if we divide 8 by 57, the average will be coming as 57 cancel. 100, it is coming as 599. This will be the answer. Right? 599 will be the answer. Right? So very simple question of arithmetic progression. We found out number of terms. First, we find out the first 3-digit term, then number of 3-digit terms in the series, and then find out the sum. And don't go for exact calculation. One simple clue in any topic is when you know that in the very next step you may have to divide, don't multiply. Keep it as it is. It may be there that in division part, your simplification will be much easier. Right? Don't multiply. Multiplication will give you big numbers. Next. Now check it. C is given like this. 16x by y plus 49y by x. We have to find out the value of C, which value C cannot take. Now have a look. If you want to go with normal solution that what can be the range of C, what can be the value of C, it is troublesome for us as because we are having two variables. So this is C for U. So what we can say here, you have to go for certain technique where this X and Y, these variables will be cancelled out. Just have a look, observation skill. One term is having X by Y, another term is having Y by X. If you multiply them, variables will be cancelled out. So let's go with that. 16x by y into 49y by x. X, y cancelled out. So it is coming as 16 into 49. Again, I am saying the same thing. Until or unless it will be the last step of the calculation, don't multiply. Maybe if you keep it as it is, next step calculation will be a bit easier. Now check it. This is, if we go with this as P, this is Q, it is P plus Q and it is P into Q. Now we are having one very simple concept in algebra that arithmetic mean is greater than equal to geometric mean. Means P plus Q by 2 is greater than equal to P into Q whole under root. Now just have a look. In P into Q, you have two perfect square numbers. So if you go for square root, the calculation will be a bit easier rather than multiplying it first. Stop multiplication if it is not at all required. Now, P plus Q by 2 means C by 2. The C by 2 is greater than equal to under root of 16 into 49. 16 square is 4 and 49 square is, sorry, 49, 16 square root is 4 and 49 square root is 7. So 4 into 7, 28. So after multiplying by 2, we are getting C is greater than equal to 56. This very basic form of inequation, whenever this kind of things will be coming, C is greater than equal to 56, our solution will be like this. C is greater than equal to 56. It is better to say under root is there. So it will be plus minus 56, right? So C will be plus minus 50, greater than equal to plus minus 56. So what we are getting here, C is plus minus greater than 56 or minus 56 say come. So means it will be coming as minus 56 or less than that or plus 56 or more than that. Just have a look at the options. First number is 860. Option checking, right? Third technique, I think. Option checking. 56 greater than 56 is required. So it is 60 greater than 56. So it is possible. Minus 70. In negative, higher is lower or lower is higher. So we need minus 56 less than minus 56. We means lower value. So magnitude wise, it should be greater. So minus 70 is less than minus 56. It is also possible. Minus 60 is also less than minus 56. It is also possible. So only this one is not possible as because it is not coming in the range. So that's the answer. Minus 50. Very simple question, observation, basic, and arithmetic mean geometric mean concept. Next. Another quadratic function. What they are saying? Let me check. Quadratic. That data is given already. Quadratic. Fx is positive or 0. Another information. F2 is 0. F4 is 6. We need F minus 2. Right? If you want to go with this function means it is nothing but y equals to fx form. So it is nothing but quadratic. Fx is quadratic. So it is coming as y equals to h square into something means it is nothing but a parabola. It is a question of function, but we can connect it with coordinate geometry, right? Check it. So this form will be a form of parabola. So let it be like this. X has power 2, y has power 1. So let us assume that second technique, assume proper equation or expression. So this parabola, part of x will have power 2. So let it be like this. X minus x1 whole square. We cannot consider x square directly as because x1 is 0. It is not given. Now check it. Equals to. It will be say 4 into a into y minus y1. A is any constant. Now, for the sake of timing, what for I have, for the sake of understanding, better to say. For the sake of understanding, I can say why I have considered plus sign here as because y is positive. Fx is positive. Fx is positive means this part has to be positive. Let's try. Let's go with that. Right? If a will become negative, no problem. Let's check. F2 is 0 means when we put x equal to 2, the value of y is 0. When we put x equal to 2, value of y is 0. So let's go with that. Y is 0 at x equal to 2. Right? So what we are getting here? At x equal to 2, we are getting here that y is 0. Right? Next part is f4, but x equal to 4, y is 6. Right? Now another part, what I can say here, let me up. X equal to 4. So it is coming as 4 into a into y minus No, I am doing something wrong here. What's the thing? Now what we are getting here, the equation will be like this. No problem. X minus x1 whole square equals to 4 into a into x minus x1. Right? And what we are getting here, what will be the shape of this parabola? Let's check. The shape of this parabola, let's go with the diagram. I think it will help more rather than putting the values. So x minus x1 whole square equal to 4 into a into x minus x1. So, oh shit, man. Y minus all. Right. Now, what we are getting here, what will be the shape of this parabola? X is having square and y is having power 1, means parabola will be either upward or downward. But as because fx is greater than equal to 0, so it is given that y is greater than equal to 0, means y will be always positive. Means parabola will be in the shape of U. Parabola will be in the shape of U. Right? And when x equal to 2, y is 0. Y is 0 means this should be the bottommost point as because y cannot be negative. Y is 0 should be the bottommost point. So the x-axis will be here. And this should be the bottommost point. As because y cannot be negative, so x is 2, y is 0, this should be the bottommost point. Another point here is x is 4, y is 6. So what we are getting here, that when this is coming, check, x is 2, y is 0. So if this is the data given, so we are now damn sure that a is 1. So either a is 1, this equation will not be valid. So it will be surely this. Now check it. If you put y equal to 0 here, then only x equal to 2 here, then only y will be coming as 0 here. So otherwise it is not possible. So y is coming as 0, x is 2. Another point here is x is 4, y is 6. Now, what idea we are getting here? Parabola is equally balanced or symmetrical along its axis, right? So check here, if you check here what you are getting, that from 2 to 4, if it is moving from 2 to 4, it is 6. So if it is symmetrical, so there we will have another point here which will move, it is 2 to 4, so it will move 2 more steps here, so it is coming 0. So another point will be here as 0, 6. The parabola is having 2 points. One is 4, 6, another is 0, 6 for sure, and 2, 0 will be the vertex of the parabola. And this will be your, this will be origin, and this will be your y-axis. So we are now able to get the data here. How we can proceed further? Check it. We need f minus 2. So you have to move further forward here, and minus 2 will be somewhere here. Let's try to solve it first to get the equation correctly. Now, if we put this x minus 2. अच्छा, एक काम करते हैं, फॉर द टाइम बीइंग ए को साथ लेकर चलते हैं। ए एलिमिनेट हो जाएगा, 1 हो जाएगा, तो ओके, नो प्रॉब्लम। इट्स माइनस 2 होल स्क्वायर 4a, y minus 0 is y. Done. Now, the second point here is from the parabola concept, what we are getting from the coordinate geometry concept, we are getting that another point will be 0, 6. So what we are putting here, x is 0 now. X is 0 now. In the equation of parabola, x1, y1 is the vertex of the parabola. That's why we put x1, y1 to 0. Now, x is 0. No, a is not 1. Good, good, good. A is not 1. That's why I wanted to keep a with us. Initially, I eliminate it, but finally, it is there with us. You cannot eliminate until and unless there is a clue. So y is 6 here. So it is coming as y is 6. X is 0. Done. So it is coming as 4 equals to 4 into a into 6. 4, 4 cancelled out. A is coming as 1 by 6. Luckily, we did not eliminate. So it is there. A is there. So equation is coming as x minus 2 whole square equal to 4 into 1 by 6 into y. Now you need the value of y when it's equal to minus 2. Put it here. Minus 2 minus 2. It is 4 by 6. Keep it as it is. No requirement. So y is coming as minus 2 into minus 2 minus 2 minus 4 whole square, 16. 16 into 6 by 4. 1, 4 will be cancelled out. So answer is 24. Sorry, I was doing something wrong as because I was trying to eliminate a without any calculation. A, you have to keep a as it is, and you have to go with this, and finally you will be getting this 24. So what you are doing that, better to get the idea about the shape of parabola, draw the diagram like this. The very basic concept of coordinate geometry is required, and you can move further. Just go through the solution once again, and step by step you will understand clearly. Initially, I got some mistakes, followed some wrong techniques by eliminating a, but it was corrected finally. Last question. One more. Number of integral solutions of this. This kind of question is very common. It is very recent type questions, I think 2020 or 21. And this kind of questions we used to discuss in our class. So what we are getting, x square minus 10 to the power h square minus 3x minus 10 equal to 1. Now check it. We need the number of integral solutions. That's the beauty in the question, integral solution. Let's go with that. Right hand side is 1. How many ways you can get one integral solution? It is possible in 3 ways. First case, base is 1. Power anything, it is 1. Base is minus 1. Power is even, it is 1. Now base is any number. Power is 0. It is 1. Now we have to go with this step by step. And integral solution means x is integer. Let's go with first situation. 1. X square minus 10 is 1. Power is anything. X square minus 10 is 1. So x square is coming as 11. 11 is not a perfect square number. So it cannot give you integral solution. Done. Second part. Minus 1 to the power even. So x square minus 10 is minus 1. So h square is 9. So h will be plus minus 3. You cannot count these as solution at this point as because in this particular situation, your, your power has to be even. So you have to cross-check that. H square minus 3x minus 10. This has to be even, right? Let's put x is 3. 3 square, 9. Then minus 3 into 3, again 9, 9, 9 cancel. So in first case, when x is 3, this 9 minus 9 is cancelled out. Minus 10. Minus 10 is even. So plus 3 is accepted. Minus 3. Minus 3 square, 9. And it is 3 into minus 3 plus 9. So 9 plus 9, 18, even. 18 minus 10, 8, even. So minus 3 is also accepted. In both the cases for x equal to 3 and minus 3, power is coming even. So we can count both. Now the last one. Any number, base is any number. We need not to bother about the base. We have to bother about the power only. Power is 0. X square minus 3x minus 10 equals to 0. So if you simplify it, you will be getting x minus 5 into x plus 2 as 0. So you are getting solutions x equal to 5 and minus 2. You need not to cross check the base as because base can be any number. So here we have two solutions. Here we have two solutions. So in total we have 4 solutions. In this way, you can easily proceed to our algebra, right? And before closing, I am just going with one very simple concept. When we have big numbers concept, there was one question in CAT in previous year paper. I just want to go with that. I have not written that question here, but I can recall the question here. The question was like this. They asked to find out the value of R. It was given 30 to the power 65 minus 29 to the power 65 divided by 30 to the power 64 plus 29 to the power 64. They need the value of R, and option was there, R of value in option. Better to write down in this way. Option 1, R is less than 0.25. Second, R is in between 0.25 and 0.5. Third option, R is in between 0.5 and 0.75. Fourth option, R is in between 0.75 and 1. And the last option was R is greater than 1. Now check this kind of problem. Whenever this kind of problem will be there, just increase your observation skill. Just observe the numbers, observe the options. They are not asking you to calculate the exact number. What they're asking for range. So that is the biggest help for us. And look at the expression given. In numerator, it is 65, denominator 64, means denominator is 1 less. That is the clue for us, right? And the second thing, the numbers 30 and 29, they are consecutive numbers also. So there are so many clues given in the given number. So again, whenever this time the biggest number will be there, go with small numbers we have discussed already. You have to go with pattern to check the pattern. So what idea we are getting? Numerator is 1 more than power in numerator is 1 more than power in denominator. So let's go with the smallest possible power possible here. We are not considering negative power, obviously, as because 65 and 64 are non-negative integer. Say power is 0, numerator power is 1, denominator power is 0. The numerator is 1, denominator 1 plus 1, 2. It is half means 0.5. Chalo, this option is off. Right? Next. 2. 2-1 combination. First, we go into 1-0 combination, then 2-1 combination. So what we are getting here? 30 square minus 29 square, a square minus b square, then a plus b. So a plus b into a minus b in the numerator, denominator is a plus b. So a minus b is coming. So it is 1. Now just have a look. The clue is, it is half, it is 1, means there is increase in the values. So obviously, if we go for 30 cube minus 29 cube, it will be more than 1. So when you have to go with these big numbers, it will be more than 1. Obviously, first number is less than 1, second number is 1, third number has to be more than 1, as because this way the numbers are increasing, the answers are increasing, the values are increasing. So our answer will be directly this. So when we have big numbers, there we'll have clues for sure. And if we follow recent time CAT questions also, this kind of concept will be there. Checking options and put in smallest possible value, 1 term, 2 term, 3 terms techniques. So all today it is done. And we are trying to go with another video on geometry very shortly, so that it will give you some help how to go for geometry also. In this video, we are trying to go with algebra. I think it will help you if we go through the techniques time and again. And out of 7-8 questions in algebra, if you follow all these techniques, it will be helpful to you to solve at least 3 questions there. Right? Thank you.